Well, I suppose one of the cool things about making it to episode 200 is when you see jokes like this on the internet, you can actually read those hieroglyphics. I mean, take a look. You can see Kwhink. You're pretty cool. I mean, let's say, for with the exception of Egyptologists out there, for the most part, you can read more hieroglyphics than 99.9% of the people in the world. And that's an amazing thing. I mean, there's one thing about being fluent in them, but another, to be able to pick up a book and even just pick out different glyphs and know what sounds they make, it's a huge accomplishment. So whatever level you're at this point, really congratulate yourself. Now, one of the questions, though, is where to go from here. There's lots of books, and I want to make sure to equip you with the right tools to move forward in your own education and in your own independent learning. So let's take a look at what we're going to need going forward. First off, you should avoid budge at all costs. This was an older Egyptologist who made a lot of mistakes. In fact,
Budge, I don't know why they keep reprinting his books.
So if you're not going to go with budge, who do you go with? There's a ton of books out there. I mean, you go to Amazon and it's going to be book after book after book. I mean, heck, some of them actually have nothing to do with hieroglyphics at all. Others are just taking a Rosetta Stone approach. The ones I highly recommend, and I'll put the links in the description, are Rosini's Egyptian Hieroglyphs, which is about drawing, and it brings you through the main, and then How to Read Hieroglyphs by Collar. So I will put the links to both of these books in the description, but you'll find this one very familiar because, well, I've taken a lot of the lessons from this book and incorporated them into Doodling with Purpose. And that's very deliberate because now you can pick up this book and you'll find it much easier to get through. Another tool I would highly recommend is investing in a really good paperweight. I know, it seems kind of like a silly thing, but you have to keep in mind that with the exception of going to museums and reading stela off of walls, or if you happen to be lucky enough to actually get to Lower or Upper Egypt, but for the most part, you'll be reading books, and a good paperweight is highly recommended to keep these open. I happen to like this Rosetta Stone paperweight. You've probably seen it in quite a few of these lessons that I use. I picked this up at the British Museum at their gift shop. I love museum gift shops. So you can also buy it off Amazon, and I'll put a link below. It's amazing how everything is on Amazon now. All right, flashcards. I've talked about this, and I've made recommendations in the past, but you will find these to be highly, highly important because just like taking any kind of class that has visuals, these work great. You can write out the glyphs on one side, have the meaning on the other. You can do words, you can do single glyphs. They are an invaluable tool, and I highly recommend. You can even color code. I like to do that. Graph paper, also a great way to practice. I keep a graph paper notebook with me, and whenever I have free time, I doodle with purpose. It helps you keep all of your glyphs kind of in the right shape. Now, the other big thing to walk away from is to remember that this is not as complicated as a lot of people make it out. Once you know the basic pronunciation, what you're drawing are basic shapes. They're not that complicated. They're things like hands and eyes and feet and animals and plants. We're not asking you to draw the Mona Lisa every time you want to do hieroglyphics. And realizing the simplicity and knowing what you're drawing becomes so important because when you know you're drawing an owl, it makes it easier than trying to just do a random shape. Something like a mouth that is the letter R that is used all the time. And it's used not just for the letter R, but keep in mind for the mouth, which is how you express yourself. Which is why you see the R glyph used in lots of words of people who give commands because they come from the mouth. It's kind of the pun of hieroglyphics. So we did it. You did it. You did it. You made it through 200 lessons, and you now have the tools and knowledge to move forward and hit those museums, get those books, and show off to your friends, family, and acquaintances. All right, so here is your final test. So freeze frame this. It contains lots of words that you know, all glyphs that we've been through, and see if you can translate it. With that, you are an Egyptologist. You now know enough to be able to go to a museum, pick up a book, as long as it's not budge, and read it. Congratulations, and thank you. Thank you for being here. Could not have done this series if people were not enjoying it and watching it, and I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy this series, please do share with others and like it and, ring that bell, all that stuff. It's always appreciated. Thank you for being part of this class, and I hope you enjoy this lifetime of knowledge that whenever you have downtime from now on, you can doodle with purpose.